It is like a finger pointing away to the moon.
Thinking is medieval. They are asking all the wrong questions.
I'm sure. Good luck on that subway ride home, you miserable, ugly f***ing wives.
People don't know what they want until you show it to them.
Trust me, I'm not driving a 7 Series without strippers.
I think I read Warren Buffett say something like that.
What?
Right.
Who's Warren Buffett?
To Crypto Dojo $50,000 again edition.
Yeah. See, we just waited until it came back up before we did another show.
Yeah, that was why.
It's been, 3 weeks since the last one?
Oh, God. It's been so...
It's
time.
Going on our third week, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Time was not real for a bit there. We were just...
We had COVID.
Yeah, we were just catching the flavor of the decade.
Yep, it was great.
We got the new one, the one the kids...
I think we got the new one, probably.
The one the kids get.
Well, I mean, we didn't know that for sure, but... Well, you actually got tested in place, but, like, yeah.
But, yeah, we're back. We're alive.
Cool.
Better than ever.
Better than ever. And, yeah, 50K literally 20 minutes before we sat down.
Yes, I was hoping, I was waiting for it because I've been following the TikTok witch and her moon calls.
Mm-hmm.
And she said something about the last lunar phase being like a downtrend, and then the 22nd we get a full moon, and it's just going to go up from there. We didn't even dump during like the 6 days, which was kind of worrisome.
Yeah, it was just choppy.
Yeah, and then no, it worked. We
beautiful. I just love how all of my favorite people on Twitter, with the exception of one or two, they're all right. Like, they've all been right about most of these pumps.
Honestly, yeah, there's a couple like.
There's a couple that are just like really on it.
See, I need alts to do. I need altcoins to do a lot of things.
Yeah,
that's where
I still think they will.
I parked a lot of my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and most of the bullets I had left, I used on this moon cycle play. So
I mean, we know how this works though. If Bitcoin just comes back after 2 or 3 days, people are going to get bored, and alt season will again start. That's not going to change. So
yeah, it's been like Luna season, but no Doge season.
Doge is going to have a season. I've started to learn that more and more. I'm like on Twitter. The Doge community on Twitter is nauseating, but like they refuse to give up. I will never fade Doge. As soon as they get a chance, it's gonna explode. I'm very excited. What else? What are you gonna talk about? We can do some NFT stuff, or
there was a lot of NFT stuff going on.
I think within the time we were gone, we bought the first parallel drop.
Yeah, we did get in parallel during the hiatus,
which has been like, I mean, I would say top 2 or 3 most talked about new NFTs this week or this month.
I would think so. Are penguins new?
Penguins are not. I don't think they're super new, but I mean, as far as the hype is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they're like a month old.
Yeah, they got popular new, but yeah, and if the parallel finally dropped, we were following them for a little bit, so we just kind of got lucky that it was like, I guess, like Keyboard Monkey and somebody else. They were just like tweeting about it enough. We were like, yeah, might as well get the pack drop. Of course, we only got like the most basic cards.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get any of the like middle or rare pack, and they still are all
percentage-wise the best return of this entire.
It's insane. Yeah. Like turned. I mean, everybody's basic packs have to be worth like 5 ETH now, like 4 to 5 ETH.
We spent like $75.
0.3.
Mm-hmm. 0.03.
0.03 ETH.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, now we're invested. Now we're super long in this project.
I think we both sold out a couple of cards just to be like, look, we made some money.
I just wanted like a little bit more than break even. I even like bought some after the drop, and everything that I bought like 2 days afterwards more than tripled.
Yeah, you bought it at a pretty perfect time. Like
it was just like I just saw enough people talking about it on Twitter where I was like, okay, this is how the last ones happened. Like penguins got popular because it just got like memed into existence.
Yep. Which is I think they're both gonna keep memeing their way into existence. It's just interesting that like Parallel's the first NFT play I've seen that actually has some kind of like, oh, this could be a long-term like game.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more than just like the cultural impact of an NFT being your profile picture.
So it's like it's ambitious for sure, but we've seen versions like Alluvium or whatever that's like the Pokemon version. So this was like you'd think we'd see a version of this in like all the spaces. So this is like the Magic the Gathering NFT version stuff, whereas the Pokemon stuff was probably just easier to program. But like the reason I think that everybody loves Parallel is because like the art is so cool. And the lore seems awesome, and it's just very like
it's very cryptic. No one really knows at all what the story is going to be, or like they're doing a really good job of the rollout.
So next drop is in October, I believe.
We will be buying as many of those as we possibly can.
We're getting everybody involved.
Yeah, that will be great.
I'm excited about that. Yeah. So the other big one was Penguins, and then there was those couple days where like Pixel Cats and like
There's
the
still a few.
Wizards, and no, they were just like
I mean, even like
pumping out
the
of
playing
nowhere.
card that I bought.
Yeah.
I mean, it like 4 or 5x pretty quickly, and then
Yep.
there's been a few other ones that have just been major little just quick flips like that.
Yeah, Rainy dropped their NFT platform a bit ago, and
that's right.
And they've got 2 artists that have done drops. So I've been staking my stuff there to earn. I guess I got it. I think I got it in too late, so I had to buy it on OpenSea. But that's already starting to
the
go up.
NFT,
So
yeah.
So I'm excited to. We got to stay plugged into that.
Yeah.
Get MindSpheres back
I
on.
would like to. Yeah, I'll hit MindSpheres up and see what he's
That'd be awesome.
what he's doing. I guess in other news, I think that's the biggest news bull-wise was the Coinbase announcement.
I think so.
Yeah, Brian Armstrong announcing that
Was it half a billion?
Yeah, $500 million
buying?
into crypto, and then 10% of their future revenues into crypto, and just whatever they want. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
which is
it'll
a
be.
good like for the community move.
Exactly. Yeah, that was honestly. I mean, they needed something like that just to kind of get back on people's good sides.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know.
And get like not just the normies, get like the old
That's
school.
what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, people who have a lot of money actually using Coinbase Pro. That's what I think they're.
Yeah. So great move.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I think even when Bitcoin like dropped off of its all-time highs, their revenue projections or their revenue like numbers were insane.
Yeah, I remember you reading them to me.
And their profit margin is like 80%.
Yeah.
They don't have to spend any money except like marketing.
I guess they don't really care how like memers on CT feel about them, but
No.
But I mean, this was an interesting move just to like get all the OG pumpers back on their side.
I mean, Brian Armstrong's on Twitter. Like he's probably out there shit posting some.
I'm sure he is.
It's funny.
That's really dope. What else you got?
In crazy coin news, we had Avalanche go absolutely bonkers.
Yeah. Yep.
Luna was kind of the first one that just like, while everything else was staying a little still, I guess Axie had another little pump, but Luna went nuts, went like 400 or 500%, and then Avalanche is still it's like above 50 now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was like 40 something last night when I looked.
I don't know if they dropped something on their chain or if like people just started using, because I guess like the big draw was like all the DeFi farms, which is very similar to the BSC days, like Panther Swap stuff.
Yeah.
Just sounds like that was people going over there. So I assume something must have dropped, or people just got tired of paying ETH fees.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what triggered all that, but everyone's chasing just the farm thing again, and just chasing APRs.
And just longing the coin because it's been going absolutely nutso.
Yeah, that and Phantom's been doing. They've had some pools that people have been chasing APRs on. I just haven't taken the time to learn how to get on chain with both of them.
It is funny to see you see the actual chains pump it's almost like systematically. But I'm still a soul boy, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm not all of my like alt money is in Solana or Solana projects. I'm just kind of letting it rest there. I mean, I do want to do some moon plays. I have a little bit of money set aside for it, but I just can't justify putting anything into anything else but Solana stuff right now.
Yeah, we would approach those pools very differently now.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit smarter.
Yeah, we would just be going for the quick plays. But if it looks like they're out there on both Phantom and what's it called? It's all bridging assets, man. There's just always so many layers to moving something from one wallet to the other.
It's annoying.
That's like,
Gainesy said it took him 2 hours to figure it out how to get on Avalanche, and it was just like he had to like call Messi to.
And I know he's like done the Matic and all. Like we never
He's
even
done everything. We
didn't do Matic any of that stuff.
I thought you did Matic finally one night.
No, I tried. I got the coin Matic and then it didn't work.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna dive into Avalanche tonight probably, and then we'll see.
I think I'm leaving this one for the birds. Like I said, I have thrown all of my stones. Mm-hmm. I kind of had this thought after buying them, which was like, I bought like mostly blue chip altcoins, and then like a couple moonshots, but it's the only ones that I did was because I liked their project, and I was just like, I'm probably never gonna sell these. Like I did this as like a short-term long play. Everything's about to pump. I was like, I might just hold these until I make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how the where my money is, what it's in most is probably that is like coins like that, or at least we'll hold it for a couple years. I mean, if I make enough money on something like Cope, I would have to just like sell out of it, just to say I have the money.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I still have no idea what the timeline for something like that's going to be.
I have enough staked with interest-bearing stuff. That's like the slow moving plays. It's like, that's got to be. I've almost every time I've sold a coin, I could have sold it later for a higher profit.
Well, I mean, I think that's how that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like I got Luna at 7 and sold it at 14, and it's at 30. It went up to like 35.
That's still a win play. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wasn't mad at it. I was like, but I think I'm going to get, most people, including me, you just get chopped to death, and you end up like
that's what Dog
having
was
to
saying.
make.
He was just like, sit on your hands, man. Just like
having to make too many decisions. Yeah, one of the tweets that he put out there was like, "It's I wish I would have just held on to this season," and I was like, oh, that's a good.
Yeah, he's been pretty on it the last like month, just as far as his tweets. I've been like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because I think he just knows what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Or he knows how this feels when you start trying to trade all this chop or just like things that you think the pump's gone for a few days and then you just, I don't know, waste a bunch of gains. See, I'm not trading anything at all or trying to do like quick flips. I have play money set aside to like just do some really degenerate stuff, but other than that, I think we're just on bull run. I think we're just back.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I mean, how long do you think this lasts if we take off today? And I guess we might not even like take off. We might just chop upwards for months, and that's technically a bull market.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it'll do that. I think you can't have a Bitcoin run without parabolic moves.
Sure. Unless that's just, I mean, this time is different. I don't know.
This time it's different.
Because Tindy's honestly, like, from the first podcast we did with Tindy, he's been kind of correct. Where it was like, he doesn't think we'll see another bear market. And I know he, like, lost faith in that thesis a few times. But based off the interview we did with him, he's been actually pretty correct. We pretty much just chopped all the way to the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then maybe a second bull run.
And you could argue bear market just because you had a 50% drop, like in every other scenario.
Okay.
That's like,
but
but it wasn't an extended. It wasn't the 3-year.
Yeah, and it wasn't a 90% drop in all alts. Everyone was still just kind of chilling.
Yeah,
no one went super poor. So yeah, I mean that's honestly nothing has changed as far as like the last 6 months, which is really weird to say in crypto.
I really did get pretty doom and gloom there.
You did, yeah. You thought it was over.
I thought it was multi years. Like there goes all my money. Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
No, I think we're almost confirmed that's not going to happen now. At least not until we see another pump. Now, if this is like a mega pump and we go over 100K this run, I'm curious to see what a drop looks like for that. Because we're going to have to sell the top at some point.
Jeez.
But I just don't know even how to assess that. This is all going to be so weird to try and sell out of.
Imagining trying to sell the top after 100K Bitcoin
we will be out of our
stressful.
minds. There's no way. Like, we're going to be so crazy. If this actually goes to 100K, we're just going to be crazy.
Because even at that point, it's like, I still don't have retirement money. So then it's
still
like,
a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money.
Yeah. That's where I've got. I'm like, even if it's like, my projections have changed a lot over the mistakes I've made this cycle, is like, just take the medium wins and just start stacking, as opposed to like trying to hit one or two huge moonshots.
I do wonder because like when the 2020 run started, everybody was like, "Hey, all your alts are going up." Every single person who did this in 2017 gave 90% back to the market. Don't be that guy. Mm-hmm. And then this time we had a drop, and everything dropped like 60-ish.
It's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
But like, if you're in projects that will come back, it's worth holding.
Within 6 months, it was like 3 months.
Yeah.
So is it just like a different game now? It's like legitimizing of stuff like, like Chainlink. We talk about this all the time. Things that actually have utility.
Yes.
That are going to stick around for a while.
Yeah, as like memey as this has all gotten, I think we're starting to see more stability on the actual utility side of it, to where those aren't going to bounce as crazy.
I don't know if this is true, but somebody put out a chart that was like the most revenue generating coin for the, I don't know if it was like year to date or something like that. Guess what the number one revenue generating Axie.
Oh, okay.
By like a lot.
That's kind of crazy.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. A game has the most, and then of course like a bunch of protocols and like Bancor was up there, and like
that's weird.
But like multiple of them had like billions and billions of
dollars. That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
So,
I mean, the Axie craze is still kind of mind blowing, and so many people have made so much money just from that pump and that game, just playing the game.
Yeah, I realized that like we started playing the game. I got 3 Axies, and then they changed how like the breeding system or whatever works, and now all Axies are way cheaper.
Yeah. And
there's also like kind of an unlimited supply. You can just like keep breeding them.
Well, that's what sucks about that kind of stuff, is you can't control what the devs just decide to do or change about the game. It's like, this is kind of just like getting people in early.
So it made me think that like this is not an NFT play. Like the NFTs that I have as Axies are not anything I'd be like, oh cool, these are in my wallet. Like,
yeah, because the supply and the rarity of them.
The only thing I want is the in-game currency that I can sell for real money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes it different than like a parallel. I hope something like the Illuvium, whatever.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah.
That one, I would love to find I do love my video games. I would love to find a crypto video game that you can make money in that's actually as fun as like a,
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. At some point, that
RPG.
stuff's gonna have a cap where it's like too good to be true. Like you can't just have something that generates money like that forever. So, because I just don't know where it comes from.
But like Fortnite, like I think the example's been proven now that like you can have a.
Well, people still spend money on like microtransactions and like skins and stuff though, and no one's making money from Fortnite. You know what I mean? I mean, in, like competitions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
money being paid out from the game.
Yeah. Besides just like buying the coin.
Yeah, I just don't see how that. I don't know how that works itself out long term.
I mean, you just have to make it part of the ethos. Like, if you want to make a game that like is gonna be even if it's like just in the beginning, like, oh, if you're gonna utilize NFTs, this is just like part of the territory. It's play to earn, and it's the same thing with like freemium apps. It just became the lay of the land, and people got used to it. So
yeah,
if you can make an actual fun game, the game can be accidentally fun, but like Bejeweled is super fun. Like, it can be as simple as that.
I'm just curious to see how far that goes, or like where it balances out at least.
I keep going back to like, without there being like an Oasis, like a Ready Player One Oasis, it's hard to picture how you get like multiple games interacting with each other unless like the blockchain becomes virtual, which I'm sure that's in a white paper somewhere.
I've tried to think about that a lot because the biggest thing people talk about is like, oh, games that are on the same chain, you could like trade items between them, or like I just don't know how that works if every game is different.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. That's something I'm sure people are figuring it out smarter than us, but that'll be the next step in all of this.
We are not there yet.
No, we aren't. What other news stuff do we have?
I don't think we really got anything.
I had some more. Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess that was really all of that stuff.
Man, actually, almost at 80.
That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like we've been gone too long. It's like I don't know exactly. So much stuff's happened, and not really so much stuff, but it just feels like 3 weeks is like a fucking year in this market.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
I have no time. No judgment of time.
No, it's very weird.
Things.
And I've just been literally, especially since we got COVID, I was just in my bed for like a week and a half, just on my phone. So I'm so deep in the crypto group chats on Twitter now. It's like, no one ever sleeps. No one ever like, it's very weird. You just wake up and like, there's 30 people in one chat. You wake up, a few people are on. So it's like, oh, look, friends. I'll just talk to them. Like, there's never a reason to sleep. You're just sitting there reading things and like looking at new NFTs, or it's just, I don't know. This whole last 3 weeks has been very bizarre.
Somebody put out a tweet that was like, if you look at crypto Twitter long enough, it becomes your job.
Yes.
And I was like, oh God.
And that,
like
that's some of the two of my friends in these chats, they both got pretty big on Twitter, and then now they both left their job in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they're doing crypto stuff full time.
Nice.
And I mean, I've talked to both of them. They're just like, you should just do that. Like, you should just like get a job. It's like just working crypto, and then you literally can just stare at crypto all day.
What do they do?
They're one of them's in marketing. I think we're both in some form of marketing. Neither one of them are devs.
I was gonna say I don't know how to code.
No, I don't either. No, but that's what I was telling. I was like, I don't like I'm obviously looking for like another source of income. So I was like, I don't really know anything about crypto on the tech side, but I've been in the space for 3 years off and on, and then I am good at certain things. And they were like, bro, if you send one tweet out and like these people shared around, you will get a job. He said he got 40 offers in one day, or 40 like interviews lined up in one day from one tweet.
See, I mean, you got to think that some of those companies are making bank.
Yes, dude. There's so much money just floating around in this space. So I'm like, whatever. I might. That might be my next like way to make money for a while. Is I'll just go do marketing for some crypto company somewhere.
That would be
because
awesome.
of my anonymous Twitter account that I just like built a following on. Like, that'd be easy.
Look, I can do this.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, time's not real. I'm curious to see. All I can think about now is like what the timeline's gonna be saying about 50K for the rest of the night.
It's over 51.
What?
50,100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 50, comma 1.
We'll see what happens.
Yep.
But we'll
only.
I know we can do some long and shorts, and we'll have a little bit more planned show for.
Let's do it
for Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start. I guess easy one. Well, not really easy, but. Are you long or short us being fully back, or are we going to see any more big drops?
I don't know, because that's kind of like one of the questions I have. I think I am leaning towards we're fully back, because I don't think this was how like if we're talking fractals, pretty sure this is not how the 2017 like dead cat bounce or 2018 dead cat bounce.
I've seen
works.
that being memed a lot, like people talking about like how a lot of the bears have been calling anything they want a dead cat bounce at this point. Like you can't just say just because it went down and back up, it was, you know what I mean? Like at some point there has to be a range where it's like, okay, we're out of that being a possibility now. And like, it feels like that's where we are.
And I feel like the longer this thing goes, the more of like a supply squeeze you're going to have on Bitcoin. Like the more big people who get this as like a stalwart investment, there's just like 70% or whatever of the supply of Bitcoin has not moved in over a year.
That's crazy.
So like that's just going to keep getting higher probably. Yeah. You'd think.
Yeah, as people rotate in and out of markets, it's just going to stay in Bitcoin. Like you're going to rotate way less in and out of Bitcoin.
My thing is like it's still going to go back to like is the economy going to tank? Is there something
that is interesting?
Something else going to happen?
Stocks seem weak.
I kind of think we were resuming up only because Tendies and somebody were talking. I don't remember who did the tweet, but it was like if inflation is actually 12% and all markets go up 12%, like why do you think that that's not tenable? Someone's like, this can't just keep going up. It's like, well, if inflation's going up, why can't everything just go up and then normalize? That would be sick. Yeah. That's what wages should do. That's what markets, let's say. Yeah, so let's say up only, we're back.
Cool.
I'll just follow up with my next one. Do you think we get a Bitcoin all-time high in the next 3 months?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah.
3 months I guess is kind of a long time.
Yeah, based off what we were just saying, I feel like 3 months ago was like 2 years ago. So like
that's fair.
My brain doesn't work anymore as far as that concerned.
Yeah, I had much fewer monies than I did now 3 months ago.
Oh yeah, during the no, I think so. I really do. What was all time high?
64.
Yeah, I just can't. I mean, unless we chop slowly up. Sure. Yeah, we might have to chop slowly up, but we'll see.
Yep. I still think we're having a problem with 50. We always have a problem with the multiples of 10, and I feel like when it was blasting through 2030, it's like the less problem it had with one of those barriers, the higher it was going to go. We're already struggling to break 50.
Are we struggling to break 50?
Kind of. We've been in the high 40s for a while.
For like a week and a half?
I feel like longer than that.
Maybe.
On the podcast we talked about me doing the 28 to 45 swing.
Yeah, okay.
And then it didn't go much. I could have just held on. I should have just held on, but like I could have bought back at like 47. Sure. But yeah, it just like stayed there, and then I guess that's not to say that it hasn't like shown strength.
Yeah, in my head, like this long of chop is like just been bullish in my head.
Then like 57, like 55 tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to see.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, if that happens, people are just gonna. I don't know. Okay. That's gonna be insanity. But we'll see. Let's see what it's got. Okay. Are you long or short? Like the NFT craze, OpenSea, all that stuff, now that it has such an ecosystem and a fan base, if we see bear market stuff, are NFTs going to go away, or are we going to keep seeing new projects pop up and like just crazy moonshots like we've been seeing with penguins? I just feel like there's such a different community there. Like NFT Twitter is so different than crypto Twitter.
Did the question start with if we have a bear market?
If we have a bear market, yeah.
Man, I don't even know. Bear markets just might not be real anymore. Like they might all be psyops. I would like to think, okay, so there's always going to be like a money-changing lottery system, and it's probably not going to be NFTs the next time around. Mm-hmm. So like if we go into a lull, people are probably going to find something else to like irresponsibly spend money on. I mean,
don't you think NFTs now are like kind of solidified as that thing?
No.
Okay.
Because NFTs are kind of just like a lot of people have been just comparing them to alts now. It's like you don't do alts. You just trade JPEGs. I think you lose an insane amount of volume traded in like every 24-hour volume is going to be so much lower. And then what was the stat you said about how many active users OpenSea actually has?
As of like whenever I told you about that stat, like 110,000.
That's
I almost don't believe it.
That's just crypto Twitter.
Yeah, I almost don't. Yeah, that's
trading with each other.
That's like a tenth of Kobe's falling. Like I don't believe that at all. Almost. Very bizarre.
So yeah,
but I guess like literally no one in our real life even cares about NFTs. So it's like no one's even asked me about them.
And it's like even as like an art piece, you're gonna get no normie
still
investment.
Don't get it. They just don't. They will. And I don't mean that as an insult because I still am not totally sold on the like metaverse thing. I just don't care. like having a JPEG.
That's true. We only do it to make money, so
Yeah,
they just have to be convinced that they got to do it to make money.
I am not like religious about these things at all. I think they will succeed because people just want to live online. They don't want to go outside anymore. But like personally, I don't care. So I know a lot of my real life friends are not going to care about NFTs as a utility at all.
I think even if we have like a very sharp downturn for a while, blue chip NFTs, probably like Parallel and definitely like Punks and stuff like that, will always survive just because you can see how old they are. And so old projects that survived and were cool and like a lot of the OGs have them, I think are always just going to be some stuff there is going to be worth money. That's
what a lot of people are saying is like you don't understand what these early NFT projects are going to be worth in like a decade because it's just like.
But like that was CryptoKitties.
Yeah.
CryptoKitties was like the first. Is that worth a ton?
And Punks and well, I mean, I guess
Punks
you also have to catch a cultural wave.
Right.
But like things like say Parallel does end up becoming like a huge game. Like the early cards that were bought in the very first packs, like imagine like something like for a cult following in the next decade. Like that's going to be worth so much money. I mean, you got to bet on the company, but it's
Yeah.
I get what they're saying.
Man, like the bridge from here to a like program that I open that I play the Parallel game with my NFTs is a long way away.
It will be a while. Yeah.
But it's cool.
That's what's so beautiful about crypto is like you don't have to have a product for a very long time and like you can still build hype that way. It's very interesting.
We need the bull market to go long enough for those people to keep the project going and pay themselves.
I think Parallel's going to keep the project going.
Well, hopefully they got some people with money.
Yeah, they've got some money at this point. So.
Okay, so are you long or short the Bitcoin versus altcoin chart over the next 1 month?
BTC dominance?
Not dominance, but like the Bitcoin versus like the altcoin conglomeration, like averaged out. The Bitcoin, bit alt chart.
What are you exactly asking?
Are you long or short the Bitcoins first? So the Bitcoin side of it over the next 1 month.
Yeah. Initially, and then I think once we're deep enough into like us definitely being back, I think that changes. But I think people are going to get more excited about Bitcoin if we fully...
over 1 month.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, bullish on that.
Okay, yeah, I want alts to outperform Bitcoin, but it's probably not going to happen.
I think they will at some point, but I think we have to get fully back in Bitcoin upswing.
New all-time highs.
To get new people back in the space again, get people excited. No one cares. Like normies don't care. Like, oh my God, Link's going crazy. Like no one cares. Yeah. So I think just for the optics of it, we need headlines of Bitcoin breaking all-time highs again.
Yeah, just more money. I guess that would mean more money.
Yeah. So I'm for the next month. I'm bullish on that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's not how I bet it.
Really?
No. Very little Bitcoin right now.
Oh, that physically you don't have much. Yeah, I mean for us, I think that's a different question for people like us because like we're so tuned into the market that we can move things around faster. But like for someone that's just like not going to be paying attention as much as we are, I would still just be like, if someone hit me up, I'd be like, just buy Bitcoin and relax.
Yeah.
So I just think that's just a different question.
Should have asked you Bitcoin Doge 1 month.
Yeah, I would not even answer that. I do think Doge will come back, but like I don't know when that's going to be.
I need it now.
Yeah, you did make a bet on that.
This one.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. I don't smell it yet, but we'll see.
That's cool. We never smell it. I always miss it. That's the problem.
Well, when I say I don't smell it, I mean people on Twitter don't smell it. So like
well,
very specific people.
There was a couple, Kaleo and.
But then that went away. Like they were just like, that didn't happen. So like they just moved on.
It is up from that point though. It just hasn't done anything.
Yeah, it's not crashing or anything. It's just whatever. Are you long or short the Lakers with Russell Westbrook?
Didn't they get somebody else too?
Yeah, they've been adding pieces like crazy. But I just mean, I think he's the most controversial piece.
You can't be worse, right? You can't be worse with him.
I mean, they didn't win the championship a year ago.
Yeah, but what did they do? They didn't. What did they do last year?
Braun got hurt. AD got hurt.
They didn't make or they lost
the playoffs.
The first round or second. I don't remember. But yeah, okay, they're gonna be better. So yeah, long them.
Yeah. I guess mainly was asking like as Russell as a person, but or how he's gonna fit in that team and stuff.
Oh, he's I think everything's fine when LeBron's around.
That's what I was thinking too. I think he's gonna listen to him.
He just kind of smooths it all out, and I don't know. Does LeBron care about like taking the ball up the court?
I think LeBron doesn't care about much of anything but winning, right?
I think he's so like low effort at this point that there's like going to be no clash, and I don't think AD has the personality where that would really matter too. I think honestly, LeBron wants somebody to be like, "Oh wait, you're going to put in full effort, this whole time? Oh God, thank you."
Take a breath. Cool.
It's literally what I wanted.
Than like most like sports people I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, you can't get worse.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to watch.
It's honestly, yeah. Now that I think about it that way, it's a pretty good fit.
All right, what's your last one?
Okay, are you long or short Tom Brady winning another Super Bowl with the Buccaneers
Long.
back to back?
Yeah, I'm not like a super football fan or anything, but it's just fun watching him win Super Bowls. So,
again. Yeah,
and now it's like you don't fade Tom Brady, so it's just like I just don't know how you can do it.
People get so mad. Like
Why? Because he keeps winning.
Yeah, people. There's just like
everyone loved Tom Brady.
There's a lot of Tom Brady haters out there.
Oh.
It's just like everyone's just like he gets so lucky and like he literally just brings like a amazing team around him everywhere he goes.
I mean, there's got to be some kind of X factor about him. There's no way it's just him getting lucky.
Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers has been crying about being at Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Went public about like, no, I'm not playing this year. You got to trade me. And then they were like, after letting him sit around for 2 months or whatever, they're like, all right, you play this year and we'll just like let you out of your contract for next year. And he's like, okay. And now he's back. And I was like, oh, you're going to be 38 at the end of this year.
Yeah, and you don't want to be there.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't know. There's
just demand
something about I don't know what he did because like it's just weird to me. You leave that organization and then he just goes to some random football team and somehow it works. So he had to have a piece of that.
Honestly, Peyton did that too with the Broncos.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's just like the team. A lot of the core people were the same, but they just like 7 people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go play with that team, and I don't care how much money I make." So, he's gonna win again.
I'm pretty long. It'll be fun. Is this his last year?
I don't think so. Not if he wins a Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
Not if they win, like 10 or 11 games.
Dope. I'm very excited.
Sick.
All right.
Well, up only, hopefully.
Yep. We're gonna do another one soon just to get back on schedule.
Let's do it.
All right. Peace.
See ya. Big thanks to our sponsor over at CryptoCandies.io. Head on over to their website and check out their selection. They're always adding super dope and unique new crypto-themed designs, and we greatly appreciate their support.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Crypto Dojo. If you enjoyed it, be sure to rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, follow on Spotify, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And feel free to hit us up on Twitter and IG at Crypto Dojo Pod. We'd love to hear from you.